We launched Margaritaville at Sea as a brand in May of 2022, and the focus behind that and the thing that we're always keeping our eye on is what is the commercial viability of the product and as the brand as a standalone cruise line.
One of the first ideas that our CEO, John, had, he said, you know, this is a brand that's about the ocean and the beach, so we should be at sea.
We always had our eye on ensuring the first ship worked and then looking for opportunities to expand. As we went through that first year, we learned a lot, and it gave us confidence that now is the time to look for additional hardware, which ended up being the Costa Atlantica.
I really love what we've been able to do here. The idea of bringing to life somebody else's brand, a brand that has meant so much to so many people, that is a huge responsibility.
We started with one small ship, and by buying a second ship, practically speaking, will more than triple the capacity of our passengers. So this is a big step for the company, and we want to make sure at the same time that we are growing and we're becoming bigger, on the same way we're increasing and upgrading our standards.
The water's always been in the background, and now we're on the water. And it's so cool because people are able to experience that same thing that they did on land, but they're out to sea. And it's exactly where we should be.
I think that when you connect ambitious people with experience and they're willing to do something, you find a way.
We did a pretty exhaustive search. We probably saw and evaluated 7 or 8 ships. As soon as I boarded into the atrium, it was love at first sight. This is Our Lady. And as I went through the ship with myself, Brad, and Minas, as well as Francisco on the Terra Mare team, I just fell further in love as we did the tour. And for me, it delivered everything that we were looking for to be able to bring Margaritaville to life.
We have to investigate a large number of cruise ships available at that time. We inspected, together with the CEO of the company, a number of ships, and we ended up selecting Atlantica to be the best option for us.
Knowing our brand and how creative we can be, you could see how you could transform this thing into what it's become today. What I will say about Atlantica, out of all the vessels that we scouted and looked at, this was by far the #1 choice. And I think it was the right choice because as we're getting ready here to launch and you see what it is, and we're so excited to introduce it, it will become obvious what made this the premier ship to bring to life Margaritaville at Sea in the second ship.
Like the cars, as the ship is becoming older, you need to do more maintenance and more maintenance. The ship was inspected and it was in a very good condition. We knew that the ship was about 20 years old, but the condition was excellent and was actually looking much less aged than what was actually was. This class of ships were built from the shipyard in Finland, Helsinki, and at that time, Helsinki shipyards, they used to build some of the best ships that they're cruising up today in the market. This was a very successful class of ships.
The biggest task that I took on is I actually took delivery of the vessel from the previous ownership. We got to do a preliminary inspection of the ship, and we sat and waited until the final papers were signed, and we got to actually walk up to the bridge and got to be a part of their captain handing over to our captain, Captain Theo. I've never really felt a swell of pride like that, and then walking on and knowing this was our ship.
It's a very ambitious project, yes. One of the most demanding projects I've been part in my career, for sure.
This ship, when it's in operation, can hold up to 920 crew between the hotel and the technical side. When we took over the ship, we had 28 people, just under 30. It was extremely slim, and we had to work together constantly. We weren't able even to call each other on phones. We didn't have deck phones, so it was you're going to find people. We were meeting 10 times a day in the conference room just to plan the next steps.
I'm a very optimistic person in some ways, and the requirement to have a really aggressive timeline around something that the organization was really passionate about gave us the confidence to do it.
Everything has to be followed through quite meticulously to achieve the target. So it's a blend of strategy with experience, with diligence and attention to detail for this amount of work that we put together in this vessel.
We really focused on the entire vessel and made sure that the feeling of this holistically felt like Margaritaville from bow to aft.
When you design something operationally to make it better for the crew, they ultimately can be more efficient, do their job better, and give a better guest experience. So there's a lot of things that we've done with Islander that are behind the scenes that the guest won't see, but it will give better service and it makes the job easier for the crew to be able to execute.
That have done the original sea trials in perfect conditions 20 years ago, and we did the sea trials again now, she was performing better today than it was 20 years ago. And that was very impressive.
The teams that you use to help you retrofit, they're very specialized, and it actually seems to come together even that much more efficiently once it is set up and well organized and well managed. And I would say this project, although it's been on a very, very tight timeline, it's been very well managed throughout.
Now that we put her back in service in the water and we had the last sea trials, she's an excellent. Actually, I might say she's swimming like dolphin.
Watching folks come together to accomplish something that's really hard, that to me is the exciting part. You have to be willing to take some of those risks to be able to deliver a great experience.
It's exciting. We have over 30 different nationalities just in hotel alone. So people are coming from around the world.
The Margaritaville state of mind translates in any language, but to have so many cultures delivering that experience in one place makes it so cool. It's just so cool.
I've been thrilled. I'm fan of Jimmy Buffett. And when they told me, I said, "You kidding me? I'm gonna work for Jimmy Buffett?" Shit, that was amazing. So I got a call, and the next day I was here.
The number one key ingredient is our crew, our people, making sure that they're happy, allowing them to have some creativeness themselves, which therefore spills out onto the plate.
You look at the team here and how proud they are. The people are the fabric of this brand, the crew, the staff. Because how great is it to come to work every day and to be surrounded with great music and a great atmosphere and people who are smiling at you and people who love you? You have no choice but to then love the guests.
There's something inside a really good crew member where they care about their job. They're passionate about what they're doing, and they really want to have the guests to have a good experience.
Really makes us so unique is the interaction that takes place between our talent and our audience. It goes a long way. And it's not phony, it's very authentic. And we do a really good job of casting these individuals because, yes, they bring this incredible talent, you know, that they work so hard to share with our audience.
We got a lot of really good people, a lot of really good people.
You never know what the true reception is going to be until you get out there. So for me, I'm very excited to start to get the feedback because ultimately that is what will determine our success in this project.
I think the color, I think the art, I think the overall curb appeal of this ship from the outside is probably one of the most special things for me because I think when we pull up to Cozumel, and no matter how big a ship is around us, I think people are going to look at it and say, that looks like a fun place to be.
We have over a 14-foot flip-flop, a signature icon of ours that really takes you to the state of mind of Margaritaville.
Seeing the atrium in its final stages of completion and walking in, and we've talked about wanting guests to have that wow moment when they walk into that atrium space. Walking in and having that moment for myself is when I kind of realized, oh my gosh, we're actually going to do this thing.
We have an unbelievable roadmap kind of already laid out for us by Margaritaville. So it's really fun. It's island-inspired cuisine that kind of takes you through Florida, down into the Caribbean, and in a lot of our ports of calls like Key West, the Mexico area, and then also paying a little bit of homage to the south part of Florida where Jimmy was raised and kind of grew up. So New Orleans kind of flair is a part of it as well. So it really gives us an unbelievable kind of blank canvas and really make memorable experiences through the cuisine and then also some of our beverage selections.
But we just want every single day that whatever age you are, that you're being touched by the whole vibe and you walk away feeling relaxed, happy, and that you just had a true immersive experience and the vacation of a lifetime, really.
We're very proud of what we do at Margaritaville because the vibe is definitely one of the key elements that really drive the brand and sets us apart from our competitors.
trying to carry on the legacy that Jimmy Buffett gave us to keep the party going. I think we feel that in our bones, and we just care so much about what we're doing here every single day that I hope people really get an opportunity to see that passion come through in each and every space and each and every interaction that they have with one of our crew members or any of us that they see aboard. The idea of launching a brand new vessel was really a fun and exciting experience. It's a little stressful and it's a little overwhelming, but then to see all of this really come to life in such a way that is beyond any one of us could have imagined feels really special.
I believe that this company has vast opportunities, possibilities to grow. This product, the way that is being built and growing, I strongly believe that it's going to be 100% success.
This has presented itself as the opportunity to really present ourselves in a way with a true cruise experience. The size of the ship, the itineraries, the investment. So there's been a lot of things done that really position this. So in many ways, relative to our overall brand, this, is a watershed moment in this space.
Welcome to Islander Time.
Welcome to Islander Time.
Welcome to Islander Time. Fins up.
Welcome to Islander Time.
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 Welcome to Islander Time. Fins up.